So today is going to be a fun one because we are going to talk about your homosexual. So your homosexual, you can find him couch surfing in your local Miami Section 8 apartment. He is extremely dusty. You'll often see him with empty pockets. He'll have lint in his pockets. You'll also see him carrying trash bags, like Sinji likes to say. He's oftentimes observed eating all the kids' snacks and eating their fruit snacks, drinking their juice boxes, and stupid stuff like that. So his behavior. So this type of creature is extremely prevalent in Blackistan. So these are the men who are broke, busted, and disgusted, and extremely dusty, who seek relationships with mammies solely for a place to live. So these dust mites are unemployed, they're bums, they're losers. And instead of simply being men and working to provide a living for themselves, they'll prey on unsuspecting women and will leech off women who will date them so that, they're allowed to crash at her home for free. So they'll do things like live in her Section 8 apartment, even though he's not supposed to be here. So we know Section 8 took the Tyrones out the home. When in all actuality, typically what happens is the mammy will just hide the Tyrones' belongings once it's time for that inspection. He'll eat all of her food, so he'll use up all the food stamps and he'll consume all the kids' snacks, eating Lunchables and shit. He'll use her car all day and will drop her off at work so the Dusty can cheat and can make side babies. And he'll do tons of other trifling in return for the mammy's kindness and generosity. So, and just an important note, these men are called hobosexuals as they are homeless people. They're hobos who will do sexual favors and become involved romantically simply for a place to live.
Sounds like to me, just my interpretation, sounds like to me somebody needs to be rescued. Check it.
You need to be faithful because as black men, we becoming the most lost, the most broken, the most confused. We are economically disadvantaged. We are becoming the clowns. We are becoming the clowns. We're being clowns. We're being used. We're being pimped. We're being dogged out, mistreated. And they using us to do their advertising, to promote a movement. They using us to do their advertising, promote a movement, and they breaking us down. And the reason why they breaking us down, and let me help you understand this now. You put that on, so you want to put it on.
Okay, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to go back just a little bit, okay? Because I want you to say. So you just heard what he described, right? You just heard what he described. You just heard him. Out of all of that he just said.
Because as black men.
So he's already given you a description. Here we go.
You need to be faithful. Because as black men, we becoming the most lost, the most broken, the most confused. We are economically disadvantaged.
Now you hear that? And it says, black men, listen, get married. So he's telling black men how they need to do what?
You need to be faithful to get married. It's just like to get married. You need to get married.
You hear that? Out of everything he just described, and you can see, black men, listen, get married. Everything he described, he says, get married.
It's just like to get married. You need to get married. You need to be faithful. Because as black men, we becoming the most lost, the most broken, the most confused. We are economically disadvantaged. We are becoming the clowns.
Who Who want to marry that? They want the resources. Oh, it is a woman, and you're always saying that. Yo, I'm gonna let the little youngster on the screen. I think he's speaking truth. You can see here where it says, let's see, let me go back over here. Man says there is an epidemic of dudes in 2023 trying to come up on women. Women in most relationships are the breadwinner. He's young. Young dude might be about maybe 20 something. Well, again, there are no secrets, and the word is out. There are no secrets. The word is out. Let's see what the youngster got to say.
People always talking about gold digging women. In 2023, it's an epidemic of dudes trying to come up on women.
For sure.
This doesn't just apply to men. It goes both ways.
That's a bar. People don't think, bro.
No, they don't.
Women really, in most relationships, are the breadwinners.
Today, yeah.
Nobody talks
That's
about that.
That's what I'm saying. In 2023,
like,
women running it up for real.
And they still managing it okay, but it's just like, it's the fact that you're doing it. And there's a lot of women who manage their money very fucking well. Ladies, y'all gotta be careful, man.
Because it's some grimy dudes out here. They watching y'all Instagrams. They like, damn, she taking this trip. She buying this. She buying that. Do she got a man? If she ain't got no man, I'm finna try to bag her because she finna blow this bread on me.
Again, I already told you. What? There are no secrets. There are no secrets.
It ain't got nothing.
Everybody knows everybody's business. Okay? There are no secrets. Everybody knows what's going on in these relationships. Everybody. One more time.
People always talking about gold digging women. In 2023, it's an epidemic of dudes trying to come up on women.
For sure.
This doesn't just apply to men. It goes both ways.
That's a bar. People don't think, bro.
No, they don't.
Women really, in most relationships, are the breadwinners.
Today, yeah.
Nobody talks about that.
That's what I'm saying. In 2023,
like,
women running it up for real.
Bro, and they still managing it okay, but it's just like, it's the fact that you're doing it. And there's a lot of women who manage their money very fucking well. Ladies, y'all gotta be careful, man.
Because it's some grimy dudes out here. They watching y'all Instagrams. They like, damn, she taking this trip. She buying this. She buying that. Do she got a man? If she ain't got no man, I'm finna try to bag her because she finna blow this bread on me.
Facts.
And they ain't got nothing going for them.
Nothing.
They can't even get no crib on their own. They ain't got no car for real. They got hella debt, but you to come up.
Is anybody like really, really surprised? These, again, they're speaking truth. Dudes are sitting up trying to get out of mama's basement. That is a prime example. You can't build these dust buckets up. Try it if you would like at your own expense. They will resent you. That's why a lot of women end up, we've seen on this channel, I've done videos, she was a nurse. She was a lawyer. What happened? Picked up a dust bucket man, and they are no longer in the land. They are trying to come up off the women. And what does that tell you? You have to be a sorry excuse for a man. Got to be a sorry excuse for a man. You got to come up off women to survive. I keep telling you, they need the resources. And that is when it gets to a point and you're like, okay, you know what? The woman is like, this isn't working out for me. Because you've given him a chance. Don't do it. You give him a chance and you see this Dusty with all his lies. All he want to do is slide. He done slid from his mama's house into your house, from the bus stop into your car. I've been saying it. They need for the resource. And that's when things don't work out and the woman is like, yeah, it's time for you to go. Uh-oh. So then the woman, she gets tired and she's like, yeah, I'm going to kind of need you to, kind of like keep it moving and I need you to leave. Next thing you know, this fool doing a Linda Blair on you. Uh-oh, he turning that neck mentally. Do Linda Blair. Next thing you know, uh-oh. You want me to leave? Ain't go well. Unbelievable.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill, as long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you pay the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then, that is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in because that means, no, I need somebody they need to make 5 times more and I got to have, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you, hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
The main thing that black women miss the trick on is that black men already know that black women only date black men, generally. So it's like I'd say it's like a 90% split. Maybe 10% might date outside, 90% only go for black men. So that means we already know your hand. So we already know, you need this, you need that, you need blah, 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 blah. But actually, you're only going to date me. So me existing, I'm already good enough, not realistically, but I mean, as in you're only going to select from me, and there's no real way I'm going to lose you because you're not going to look anywhere else.
I said before, said again, beware the contaminator.
We're jealous of you, and the only way they could stop you from being better than them or living your dreams is to impregnate you.
Yeah. And you might say, oh, that sounds like way crazy. No, they would never. No. I want you to listen to what else she's saying. And then I'm going to have a conversation or bring you on to a conversation that I had with one of their male counterparts. Yeah, who pretty much verified the same thing that, I was thinking.
I take 2 videos to talk about something that is extremely controversial, extremely triggering, and is extremely not talked about. So this is definitely a side of the child free by choice world that is not really talked about. And I'm going to call it the weaponization of sperm by young men against unsuspecting women. They very methodically and very diabolically, and I would honestly say very criminally, seek out young, goal-oriented, beautiful, driven young women, specifically young black women, who have all these goals and all these dreams and all these aspirations, and these dudes weaponize their sperm to get these girls pregnant to derail their goals. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. So these guys, and this is actually a thing, ladies, it's talked about in the pickup artist community, it's talked about in the little groups, I'm going to call these dudes the Dusties and the Ashies, the places where the Ashies and the Dusties hang out. They have these conversations and they plot on young women, unsuspecting young women, to do this. So they'll meet a young woman, she's in college, she's got her career, what have you, and they'll meet her and she's really pretty and she's talking about her goals and her plans. I want to travel, I want to get my degree, I'm going to do all these things, and I'm going to have this career, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. Well, these Ashies and Dusties, don't want to do those things, and they don't want her to do those things. So what they'll do is surreptitiously, they will romance her. They'll make her think that they love her, that they want to be with her, and they specifically seek out young black women and young women who are from single parent households and who don't have dads too. So there's that hole they know that needs to be filled. And so if the young woman says, I don't really want to have kids, that's the alarm, because the Ashies and the Dusties are then thinking, how dare she think that she's better than me? Why wouldn't she want to carry my spawn or whatever? And they will get these young girls pregnant. They will do things such as remove condoms while having sex. They will put holes in condoms. They will, talk about how they're only with just them and convince the young girls, these young women, to have unprotected sex with them. Then they get them pregnant and they leave them. And they do it to woman after woman after woman.
Multiple fatherless homes.
After woman after woman. So if you're someone that this has happened to, or this is something you're shocked by, tell me your comments down below.
See? Beware the contaminator. And this is old. It's nothing like, oh my God, this is, maybe for the younger crowd. This is like so not brand new. This is what they do. Hence, beware of the contaminator. Those T-dots, those dusties over there, T-dots and whatnot. They are contaminators. They are dream wealth destroyers.
No man should have to go through this. No man should have to endure the pain. Men are taken out their home every day. Innocent men just like this one. 60% divorce rate took men out of their homes. College admission gender bias took this man out of his home. The gender pay gap took this man out of his home. These men are facing homelessness right now. But with your support and just 50 cents a day, we can save them. Please go online or call this number and join the Save a King Fund for Humanity for only $15 a month. For just 50 cents a day, you'll deliver emergency relief, passport, and life-saving support to these men who could be homeless without it. Don't wait. Pick up the phone now.